Hello and welcome to Subnautica. So, in this video series, so to speak, I'll be playing a bit of Subnautica. And I wanted to do one of those videos where I just record gameplay, but yeah, I think I'm gonna do one of those too. But at the moment, at least, this game really doesn't explain a whole lot of what you're actually going to do. So I thought I'd make a small gameplay series as well to go with it. So yeah, as you can see, I've already played a bit. This load game icon isn't actually here unless you've actually saved a game before. So I'm gonna go with new game, and you can actually select how you want to play this. You can play survival, in which you have to keep a check on your O2, your oxygen, your health, water and food. But if you do die, you just spawn back at your base with a small penalty. You lose some stuff. Usually it's not stuff that you've made. I don't think you can actually lose that, but stuff that you pick up. You have freedom, which is basically just O2 and health. You don't really need to care about your water or food. And then you have hardcore, which is basically survival except permadeath. And then finally we have creative, which is basically just Subnautica without you having to care about your oxygen, health, hydration or hunger. So I'm gonna start a survival game because that's basically the whole thing about this game. That's basically what you do. Now the creative mode, so to speak, just allows you to build whatever you want, wherever you want, however you want, without having to care about the consequences, which can be fun. Fun way to explore the game, see all the features of the game, but this is the main playthrough, so to speak, the main gameplay. Now this menu takes a couple of minutes to load occasionally, so let's see. And there we go. You won't get rid of the early development build thing up there in the corner. It's a stamp, so to speak. It's just to show that it's still in early development, but it's still a pretty cool game.
Launch in 3, 2, 1.
So really can't do anything yet. This is all a cutscene. We're falling, and that thing's exploding. I don't really know how metal pieces actually react to that kind of pressure moving around in there, but probably wouldn't move around like that, I think. Oh, and yeah, everything is burning. That's unfortunate. So, last time I did this, first time I did this, whoops, this didn't actually happen. You just basically just got out of it, so to speak. This fire does not seem like it wants to be extinguished. Whoops. We don't actually have a health bar yet, so I'm assuming we can take as much damage from the fire as we want.
Greetings, survivor. Great job not dying. To assist you in further survival in emergency situations, you have been issued this personal data assistant. The interface visible now will organize your inventory, display currently available construction blueprints, and holds other valuable information. Please take a moment to familiarize yourself with it.
Okay, so a lot of this didn't actually happen last time, like this whole tutorial for this thing didn't happen. So we still have the fire extinguisher, and then we have blueprints here. We don't actually have anything to build these things with, but we can build them. We have like the corridors and the hatch. You know, these are all things for the base, and these are all, well, these suits at least are suits that you can wear. And we have a log, which really photo album. Yeah, press 11 to take screenshot. I haven't taken any. Then we have this, which is stuff that we actually scan will appear here, but we can't scan yet. So let's climb up, and here is where we are. In the middle of the ocean, right next to that ship. So, as you can see, we have this escape pod. We can actually go down here. We can actually use our welder to repair this, but we don't actually have a welder, so can we make a welder? Not yet, I guess. So, well, actually, this is actually where you do that. So this is the fabricator. I'd actually forgotten that. So you can use it to craft resources, this stuff, and electronics and advanced materials, which are also very good to use. Now, you can also craft water and all that stuff here, food here, but we don't have anything to craft that with yet. So this is personal stuff. You can craft equipment, which O2 tank and fins are two of the most pressing things we need to build. So we have these 3 suits, and we have first aid kit, we can build pipes, and a thermometer. And oh, I forgot to check tools. So this is the scanner, which is used to scan stuff. The welder, which we can use to repair stuff. The flashlight, which will allow us to actually just, you know, put a light on stuff. Survival knife is pretty good. I don't really know if there's much use for it actually, but whatever. We got flares, which I do not recommend creating because they cause crash powder, which is a rare resource. A habitat builder, which is also a must-have, and a laser cutter, which I don't really know what it actually does. And John,
radiation levels. Trend is consistent with ongoing degradation of the Aurora's dark matter drive core due to damage sustained during collision. Continuing to monitor.
Well, that doesn't sound good. Well, yeah, so we can create beacons, waterproof locker, and gravsphere. Don't really know what these two do, but beacon allows you to actually just place it in the water, and you can actually see it like from wherever you are. Now we have a small locker here, which contains 2 flares, 2 filtered water, and 2 nutrient blocks. So I'm gonna take one of these nutrient blocks and eat it because my hunger was getting a bit low. So, first order of business. What do we need to make an O2 tank, and what do we need to make fins? Fins need silicone rubber. Okay, what does silicone rubber require? Creepvine seed cluster. Okay, so let's go for that first. So now we have to go down here into the water, and here we are. Down in the water. Now we can find a whole lot of stuff down here, such as these mushrooms, acid mushrooms. They can be used to make batteries and stuff like that, so they're pretty good. So let's not just take them all. And you really want to stay clear of the ship, because if you do go too close, you will start taking radiation damage. And yeah, you can go through those tubes, just show you that, so that's pretty cool. Well, that sounds pretty creepy. Huh, this tube, does it go? Yeah, it goes. Oh, it just goes down here. I thought it might go to an underwater cave, like underground. Well, quartz. Quartz is a useful thing, and you can use it to make glass, which you will need for a lot of stuff. So here we have copper. Yeah, you break these limestone things to get these kind of materials. So at the moment we really don't have much of a goal other than, you know, collect materials, which really is what you should be doing at this point. And we'll see. Oh, there are some big things there. Now these things are generally friendly, but if you do get too close, they will try to defend themselves and just fart big poisonous clouds. Now over here, this looks really creepy, I know, and this is creepvine. Now this is also what you'll need, but you'll notice that there are plenty of unfriendly things close to them. But we need seed cluster if I'm not mistaken, so let's take a look. Let's go up. The oxygen really doesn't last long. Ah, over there. Now let's catch that fish too while we're at it. It's a cute little one. So we grab this, as many as we can, because we'll need them. And as you can see, we can always find our way back to the pod. Well, not always, but most of the time. Sometimes I find that it actually goes out, but I don't know, it might be a bug. You're usually pretty safe swimming close to the surface, so that's always a good idea to do. Unless, of course, you want to go down to the bottom and find some quartz. So what do we have in here, though? Whoa, shit. And we're gonna die. No, we did not actually die, but holy crap, that was scary. Whew. Actually almost blew something up here. You can almost see down there. Huh, can actually not mind that. Oh, crap. Now, those things, they appear from those things sitting there close to the wall. Well, on the wall more. Ah, is this actually... Yeah, I can pretty much walk here. Yeah, metal salvage is pretty good. But like I was saying, those fish, they sit there in that thing close to the... no, not close to, on the wall, quite literally. And, well, yeah, that's less than good. So, first of all, I'm just gonna do this. Now, those things will come out swimming towards you. And, well, that's bad. Because when they get to you, they explode. And they do deal a whole lot of damage. I need one silicone rubber, and I need one glass. One glass, one silicone rubber shouldn't be a problem. So let's create some glass, which is, well, made from quartz. And let's make some silicone rubber. So, now we have enough to make the fins and the O2 tank. Now, we already have 45 seconds of oxygen. So the O2 tank will give us another 30. There, now we have 75, which is really good. And the fins will allow us to travel faster. So those two things are super high priority. Now, the second priority would probably be this habitat builder, but it's a bit more complicated since you need computer chips and a battery. Computer chips are table coral sample and silver ore and quartz. Silver ore, quartz, pretty simple. Table coral sample, super simple. Shouldn't be a problem. But let's see, what does the knife take? Silicone rubber. So let's see, can we make some more? Yeah, we can. So let's make the knife too, now that we're working on this stuff. So, yeah. There we are, survival knife. And we're gonna cook this fish.
Continued degradation of the Aurora's drive core may cause a quantum detonation. Calculating risk assessment. Death by malnourishment, 7%. By physical injury, 11%. By exposure to radioactive crash site materials, 19%. If the drive core is breached, probability of death increases to 65%.
Well, that sounds really bad. Yeah, so let's put that on 1. Let's put that on... I don't know. Let's put that actually in here, because I don't think we'll need it. I don't think we'll need a fire extinguisher at the bottom of the sea. So let's eat that fish, and what else do we do now? Well, I still have 2 of those, so... we could make anything really. What do we need to create the habitat builder? Computer chip, battery, right. Battery, you require that stuff. We have copper wire, copper ore. So we have copper. And if you recall what I said earlier, you need those. Oh. Now you might wonder, what are those balls down there? Glittering balls. Well, swim into them and find out. Literally a bugged school of fish. Yeah, that's kind of weird, honestly. So yeah, the game isn't entirely bug-free, but it works pretty well, honestly. I mean, most of the time it works better than Ark, and Ark works pretty well nowadays, so... So let's see here. Now we can make a battery. Done. So what else did we need? Computer chip. Yeah, table coral sample, silver ore, and quartz. Silver ore is the only thing that actually can take a bit of time to get, but that's because it's basically random. I mean, you can get it in 2 seconds, or you can get it in 20, or you can get it in 5 hours. Yeah. So I prefer not to actually be out in the water at night, but given that it appears that I don't have any choice, yeah, why not? Now salt, as you just saw me pick up, is actually pretty useful, honestly. You use it to make, I think it's magnesium, which you will need for some stuff.